So now let's talk about our accent colors. You can find these in your swatch book at the very bottom of the page. These are pure pigment. They do not have a level attached. So there's a accent for every single primary or tertiary color. So we have violet, blue violet, green, those are the cool side. And on the warm side, we have gold, red orange, and red. And these are amazing add-ins for your color mixtures. You can use these to enhance a color, and I do it all the time with the warm tones. If I want a nice bright red or a bright copper, or even just that little hint of warmth, so when they walk in the sunshine, it just kind of sparkles, you can add these into your formula up to 7 grams. And that's for a 40-gram formula. So 40 grams color, 40 grams developer, and then up to 7 grams of whatever add-in you want. So if you want just a little hint of color, you can add 2-3 grams. If I'm doing a really bright red, I do not hold back. The full 7 grams is going in there. With the cool tones, you can use these to cancel out unwanted tones. So if you have someone who really hates seeing red in their hair, you can add in some green. If you have someone who's doing one of the eggplant colors, or if they're trying to cancel out yellow, the violet would be perfect. The blue is great for canceling out a little extra orange tones. And these look extremely dark. Don't let that fool you, okay? They look scary, but I promise they're not. If I'm doing maybe the super light series and I want it to look really cool, I will add maybe 0.5 gram of the blue violet just to get rid of that unwanted orange or yellow, just to make it that little bit cooler, and it works like a charm. It will not turn your formula this dark blue, I promise. But a little bit goes a long way. If you're trying to cancel out tones, you don't need to use quite so much. So maybe 1 to 3 grams would be plenty, where when you're trying to enhance a tone, that's when I add the full 7 grams. Now you can also use these for filling or pre-pigmenting, which is where we take super light hair and we go 4 or more shades darker. When we do that, we have to add these warm tones back into the hair, or else we're going to get an unexpectedly cool result. So you can use the warm series to do that, or since we just need to add the warm tone, you can use the accent colors. So if you need red, you could use the red accent, the red orange accent, the gold accent, just to get those tones that you need before you put your final color on. Now you can also use these as fashion colors. We do have the fashionizers, which are nice and bright, but sometimes you want a more subdued look. So if you look at maybe the magenta fashionizer, it's very bright, it's very in your face, where these are not quite so vibrant, they're a little bit softer. The cool tones especially, it's kind of a really deep, like a hunter green, it's a really deep royal blue, and it's not quite so screaming bright of a purple. So these are for someone if they want to dip their toes into the fashion color world, but they're not quite ready to go really, really bright. These would be a great option. You can mix these with the 10 volume and put them on pre-lightened hair and just get that little pop of fashion color. Now in that vein, we also have the 00, which is a clear. And this is used to cut a formula, to dilute it. And you can use this on any one of our colors. If someone really likes, let's say the RC series, but they think it's just a bit too bright, you can cut it. You can go half clear, half RC, or even 10 grams clear to 30 RC, just to kind of soften that tone. That also works with our accent colors. So let's take the violet, for example. It's pretty dark, and we can lighten that up by cutting it in half. So we could use half clear, half violet, and mix that with 10 volume and use that as its own fashion color to get kind of a pastel purple. And we can do that with any of these fashion colors just to soften them a bit, lighten them up, make them a bit more pastel. And this is where your creativity comes into play. We love color theory, that's what we do. And there are no hard and fast rules when it comes to the accents. I mix them in all the time into my formulas. I try to make pastels, and I love to post that stuff online. So I would encourage you to come up with your own formulas and share that with the hair color community, with the other all nutrient stylists. We would love to see what you come up with. So please give them a try, play with them on their own, mix them into your formulas, try it out with the clear, and show us what you come up with.